It starts with a 911 call, but this is not a call for help. A man tells dispatch he has a gun and plans to shoot police. Then he hangs up. Dispatch immediately calls back, but this time, it is not the caller who answers. It is an employee, and what he says confirms the threat. The suspect is outside, waiting for police to pull in. What happens next unfolds in seconds. On September 18th, 2025, at approximately 7:45 p.m., officers with the Aurora Police Department responded to the business. Here is the 911 call, followed by body cam from the responding officers.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I'm actually in here with a 9mm pistol. I'm about to shoot the place up, and I think the cops need to come here right away.
Okay, sir, can I have you exit the building?
No, I'm going to stay in here.
Oh, okay. Is there a reason why you want to do this?
Honestly, I'm waiting for the cops to show up so I can just shoot at them.
Was there anything that led you to this place today? Anything going on?
No, not really. I'm just tired of the cops.
Okay, where's the gun right now?
In my left pocket.
Your left pocket?
Inside my sweatshirt.
Inside your sweatshirt, okay. Thank you. Have you approached anybody in the store at all?
Just asked for the address and a phone, that's about it.
You did? Okay. And I'm sorry, what kind of gun did you have again? Was that a .45 you said?
A 9mm?
9mm, okay. Is the gun loaded?
Yes.
It is, okay. Were any shots fired?
No, not yet.
In this nearby camera footage, the subject is seen chasing officers around the building while keeping his hands concealed.
We're on the northwest corner.
Ready? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right, follow your commands on you. Yep. Go. Hey, hands! Go ahead. Show us your hands. Now. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
The suspect, later identified as a 17-year-old juvenile, was pronounced dead at the scene. Due to his age, police are withholding his identity. As with any officer-involved shooting, this case is evaluated under established legal standards. Under Graham versus Connor, the use of force is judged from the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene, without the benefit of hindsight. This case also reflects principles from Tennessee versus Garner, which governs when deadly force may be used, particularly when an immediate threat of serious harm is present. In this case, officers were responding to a suspect who made a direct threat to 911, claimed to be armed, and was waiting for police to arrive. Before we wrap up, I would like to thank you for watching and supporting the channel. My name is Leo. I am a veteran and former law enforcement officer. This channel exists because of your support for me and my family. Your support allows this channel to continue bringing real cases, real footage, and thoughtful analysis to the public. Stay aware, stay safe, and I will see you on the next case.